really matter. But today we're going to be touching uh, some factors that need to be considered before choosing a life partner.
Storybox Audio.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Official Slim P. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, show your boy some love, and also please hit the notification button so whenever I post a new video, you're going to get notified about that. Okay, today we're going to be discussing 10 factors to consider when choosing a life partner. You know, many times of lately, there have been a lot of news of divorce here and there because a lot of lads these days, what they consider actually before getting married are things that don't really matter. You know, a lot of us tend to go with the flow. Just a lot of us tend to, go with the trendings. They don't really care about the fundamentals. They don't really put into consideration things that really matter. But today we're going to be touching uh, some factors that need to be considered before choosing a life partner. Okay, number one on my list is going to be choose someone that respects you. Before you get married, before you marry anybody, before you choose someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, you have to make sure that this person respects you for who you are, respects you for what you are, and respect your person. Because trust me, if somebody respects you irrespective of your personality, irrespective of what you do or who you are, if he or she respects you, trust me, it's actually going to go a long way in sustaining your relationship. So one factor to consider when choosing a life partner definitely is someone that respects you. That will take us to number two. Number two, the willingness of the person to invest in you. If you are thinking of spending the rest of your life with somebody, it should be someone that is ready and willing to invest in you. To invest both time, money, anything, to invest in you, because definitely you don't invest in what you don't trust. You only invest your money in what you trust. So if this partner isn't ready to really invest in you, then trust me, I don't really think it's a good start. It's like a red flag. You know what I'm saying? So number two is that you have to choose somebody that is ready and willing to invest in you. Number three, you have to choose a honest life partner. You know, bunch of time that are lies. You know, these days now, a lot of people tell lies and they try to brand some white lies and some regular lies. But if you are choosing a life partner, you should consider choosing a honest person, because dishonesty in marriage is like a time bomb. You know, we in no time the marriage is still gonna hit a rock, because when there is dishonesty, there will be lies, there will be a lot of things, and trust me, you don't really want a life partner that's going to be dishonest with you. Taking us to our next factor, the ability to cope with your family. Trust me, trust me, trust me. If your partner cannot go along with your family, it's not really a good idea. It's not really a good bargain, because most times some of us we have family influence. You know, no matter how tall you are, no matter how some people still have family influence. Maybe parents, maybe siblings, they still have family influence. And if your partner doesn't really go along with your family, it's it's not really a good idea, because fine, it is the two of you that are involved in the relationship, in the marriage. But there is this African proverb that says it's not just the husband that gets married to the wife, that the whole family gets married to the wife, and vice versa. So you should consider someone that's good, that gets along with your family well. Yeah, taking us to the next factor, which will be assess the intellectual level of your partner. If you are not able to assess the intellectual level of your partner, it will always bring insecurity in a relationship, because the other end will feel insecure, because naturally you feel probably you're not meeting up his standard, so you should get married to someone. You should intend to spend the rest of your life with someone who you can assess his or her intellectual, level. Okay, taking us to the next factor, which is nurture great friendship first. Before you consider spending the rest of your life with somebody, you should nurture great friendship. You should get married to your friend. Get married to someone that you can actually interact with freely. Someone that you can, someone that is your friend. Someone that you can confide in. Someone that you can actually pour your heart out without hiding things. Many a times we tend to be free with our friends more than our partners, because we don't marry our friends. But if you marry your friend, and you nurture friendship first before going into the relationship, trust me, it's really going to go a long way in sustaining your relationship. Taking us to our next factor, you should consider someone that has anger management skills. Trust me, marriage is not a bed of roses. There are ups and downs. There are good days and there are bad days. There are days that everybody want to claim to be right, and there are some days that everybody want to say, you know what, you win. You should consider someone that can manage his or her anger, because lack of anger management skills most times leads to domestic violence. Because when a man cannot actually control his anger, or when a woman cannot actually control her anger, this definitely is going to lead to physical abuse, and trust me, which is not really a good sign in a relationship, in a marriage that you intend to last for the rest of your life. And the most important and the most crucial is a factor to consider is that the ability to forgive and forget, which is the most important. Naturally, you love someone. Before thinking of wanting to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you must definitely love the person. But one factor you have to really consider is the ability to forgive and forget. Forgiving is one thing and forgetting is another thing. A lot of times when we hurt our partner, we are very quick to saying I'm sorry, and they tend to be like, you know what, it's okay. That is forgiving. What about forgetting? It is a little difficult to forget, because a lot of times when the partner repeats the same thing, like repeats something similar, you'll be like, I remember you did so thing some time ago. That is to say, you forgive, but you didn't forget, because you are bringing it back from the past to the present. So you should consider the fact that, can this person forgive and forget? Because we are humans. Marriage is not a bed of roses. There are ups and downs. There are good days, there are bad days. But you should consider these factors. And I know if you put these factors into consideration before choosing a life partner, nothing is perfect, but at least it will go a long way in shaping your relationship and shaping the future of your relationship. You know, and I always want to say this: there is no particular formula for marriage. There is no particular formula for marriage. What works for me might not work for you. What rocks my boat might sink your boat. One most important thing in life, in marriage and in relationship, is to discover what works for you. Is to discover what fuel your relationship. Is to discover things that you think can sustain your relationship. There are some few things which you have to consider. Something like endurance, perseverance. You know, fine. But I know these factors that I just mentioned are very important, and I think you should put them into consideration whenever you think of getting a life partner. Okay, we'll take it. We call it a day. We call it a day. And please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please, please, please show your boy some love. Subscribe, share the video, and hit the notification button. So whenever I post new videos, you're gonna get notified. Thank you, and God bless you.